decision. Your perception on council by some councillors is seen as hard-nosed, pugnacious, arrogant. How do you answer that?
I would not use those descriptions to describe myself. I am professionally persistent. There's no doubt about that. I am informed, and I can't go into a council meeting like this last council term. The councillors were so concerned that they were being portrayed in the media as dysfunctional because they couldn't come up with unanimous votes, that councillors were actually withholding their concerns and just biting their tongue or holding their nose to get a unanimous vote. I was not elected to do that. So I will always share my concerns, and I would hope that the councillors would listen to those concerns as I listen to their concerns. And I've modified my positions a number of times based on information that I've heard at council. Have I, from time to time, admonished different councillors because of rude behavior when I'm in the chair? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. If they want to call it lecturing, then so be it, but a chairman's job and the mayor's job is to make sure that everyone's being respectful and that everyone around that table is being heard. That's not the case. You've all seen what goes on in a council room. And so when we're in a council meeting, that's the time when everyone should be paying attention. Blackberries away, let's pay attention to the speakers, let's pay attention to the delegates, let's make sure that we're acting professionally. And you lead by example. And so I can do that. And I will do that. And I think it's imperative. You know, we're professional politicians. We have to act as professional politicians. And I believe very sincerely that the councillors will find it incredibly refreshing how I approach the mayor's office. You're not running a councillor's office, you're not fighting for your ward. Now you're running the mayor's office, you're basically the leader for the city, and you have to do that by bringing people together, not just councillors. You know, the Team Hamilton approach means that we have to bring leaders from the entire community together to help us advocate for Hamilton.
Do you agree with the perception that this is about leadership, this race, in the main?
I think this race right now, if you're asking the ballot question, people are really concerned about expenditures. People are concerned about taxes. They're concerned about jobs. They're concerned that, you know, 62,000 people are leaving the city every day to go to work somewhere else. They don't want to be a veteran community. That's very expensive. You know, they want their pride back. They want to be proud of a city council. They want to be proud of a mayor. They want to stand there tall with their mayor representing the city. They want to see the nonsense stop.
You changed your position on LRT. Why?
I don't think I necessarily changed my position on LRT. I supported the Rapid Ready report because it very clearly indicated that we're supposed to be getting ready for Rapid Ready. I remember very clearly hearing from Don Hull, GM of Transit, indicating that very thing, and that the report showed $155 million worth of work that we had to do, and we were going to get $107 million of it. I can also show very clear quotes going back to 2011 when I started to question the affordability of it. Most recently, there have been a number of reports that have come out that actually raised the point that bus rapid transit will in fact do what LRT will do more efficiently and more cost effectively. So if the only reason we're considering LRT is the potential economic development, and if BRT can accomplish the same thing, which is what these other reports are indicating, then why are we spending the additional money?
Do we agree that we're going to need something more than BRT over the long term?
Yes, 100%, right. And I've stated that.
So then why not take the money now and get started?
Because we're not in a position to actually create a viable, successful LRT route. We don't have the population, we don't have the density, and the ridership is not sufficient. It's at the very bottom end of the scale for LRT. So there's no guarantee that we're going to have that success. The other challenge, which no one seems to wish to talk about, is that Metrolinx has made it clear that they will own and operate the LRT line. Hamilton gets 30% of its revenue for HSR through the B line. And if you talk with the HSR, there is not going to be layoffs. There is not going to be significant changes in the number of employees just because we bring in LRT. So that 30% drop in revenue is a significant hit to the HSR. All of that translates into it, we're not ready today. Doesn't mean we won't be ready in the future, but today it won't be a success. And to have a white elephant, empty, shiny train driving down Hamilton without making the money to pay for itself is going to be a problem.
Suggested anyway that Hamilton is behind in terms of comparable other cities, their support for the arts and culture sectors in their city. What's your take on that?
Hamilton is behind. Hamilton has a challenge of affording it. Hamilton is also behind in the amount of funding that comes to us from Queen's Park for our arts programs. Our art galleries are treated differently. Museums are treated differently. There's an awful lot of money that goes into Toronto, to the ROM, to the art gallery, from the provincial government that we don't see here. In terms of, would I like to see more money spent in the arts? Yes. But we don't have it.